Hi, welcome to my Facebook Live show. How is everybody today? Let's see who joins us today. And once people start joining, I have some really exciting announcements. Hi, Susan. Hi, how are you? So I have some really exciting announcements. I'm just gonna wait a second for people to join. As to the painting, I'm gonna try once again for those blue bonnets today. So we'll see how the blue bonnets go today. Hopefully better. So that's a really important commission, and I'm excited that I finished an important commission today. I'm gonna share pictures of it on my Instagram later, but the blue bonnets are an important commission as well. So I'm gonna try to tackle that one. Also, obviously, want to start by showing everybody my new novel, Storms of Malhado. And I do want to encourage people to go on my website. You can't just buy this book, you can buy all my books, The Adventures of Miss Vulpe. Let's see, there's Lone Wolf, there's a bunch more. I have like 6 novels and a volume of dog poetry, and you can buy it all on my website. And for every book sold, I will donate $5 to the Houston SPCA until I raise the amount desired, and maybe even a little over that if if people do it fast. But I need to sell one more book through my website to have raised $300 for the Houston SPCA. So I'm like really close. I'm at $295, and that's because yesterday, as part of the big online store event, 2 people actually bought books, which was really cool. So they're kind of like trying to combine their purchases in various ways, and one of the items they found in there that they thought was attractive to combine their purchase with were books. So anyway, online sale, the debut of the online store was amazing. It was really fabulous. Totally makes me think there are a lot of possibilities out there. So I'm definitely gonna keep going with that. And I also, let me see, I'm looking to see, am I early? I'm not early, but there are no viewers here yet, except for Susan, who is always here because she's a mega friend. But anyway, I hope some of the other mega friends will join, and maybe some other people as well, because I was going to tell people, oh, okay, I just got an exciting text. Excuse me. Very, very VIP. Who can it be? John. I asked him if he's gonna watch the show, and he said, yes, a little late, but I will. So John is gonna join us later, mega friends. Oh, hi. Hi, Frank and Tommy, and hi, Paula. How exciting. I'm so excited. Yay. Paula doesn't usually get to watch because she's usually at work while I do this, but she's here now, and it's exciting to see her, and always exciting to see Frank and Tommy. Oh, now John sent me an image. Oh, it's Bobby. Look, it's Bobby. He sent me Bobby. Oh. I'm gonna text back and say we're all waiting for you. Okay, so speaking of John, I did want to make a huge announcement. Hello, Megas. I want to make a huge announcement. So I do want to announce that the website to purchase virtual tickets for the Art Launch Gala is online now, and I have posted the link on my Facebook. I've posted the link on my Instagram. I am about everybody I know to tell them about it, and I also anyway, I'm gonna do a few more other things, but it's really easy to find the link on my Facebook. And of course, everybody who's watching right now, okay, good. My friend found her cat. Y'all, I get all these important messages. This is all important, but this is like seriously, that's like mega important. Like seriously, when you can't find your pet, like sometimes I can't find Holly, I freak out. She's usually under the blanket. But anyway, Back to Art Launch Gala. So I know that everybody who's watching right now is familiar with Art Launch and the gala and all of that. So this is actually for people who might watch the video later, so I want them to know about it. So this is the graduation ceremony for the Escapist Mentorship Program, which is the program that I did 2 years ago and that totally helped me take off as an independent artist and quit my job and all of that. So I really want to urge you to try to attend this online event. So if you're watching my videos because we're close and you miss me and you live somewhere else and you couldn't come to my graduation, I really think you should attend this year, and I will know you're there and I'll be really, really happy. So anyway, and even if you don't really know me personally, I think you should consider attending, and the link is all over my Facebook and all over my Instagram, and I'm going to put it on my blog tonight, and I'm also going to send emails both to all my professional contacts but also to some of my personal contacts and tell them all about it, because I feel like this year is big. Like, on the one hand, it's sad because they can't have the graduation ball like every other year, which was like seriously one of the best nights of my life. Like, it was amazing. I mean, I sold $7,000 worth of art that night. 2 people wearing fancy hats. It was really cool. It was the coolest thing ever. So anyway, it's sad that they can't have the big ball and the party and all that and the brunch and all the fun. But on the other hand, it's an online event. It's going to be mega fun. I mean, it's going to be really, really, really cool. And one of the possibilities that it creates is the possibility for people who are not here in Houston to also join us for this and, you know, to enjoy these beautiful events and get to know the artists and support the artists. So anyway, I really hope that everybody is considering buying tickets. Okay, so now, after my announcements, let me get to the paintings. So I already told Susan that I am going to paint the Bluebonnets, but I'm gonna show y'all, and I think that some of y'all were not here the last time I did the Bluebonnets, so I kind of did a little study. I have this huge commission, very, very important collector, new collector to me. Very cool person. I want them to be very satisfied. So this is a picture I found on Instagram. The account is Perplexed Pigeon. If you want to follow them. This is a picture I liked on Instagram of Bluebonnets. And last time I tried to paint it, I did really like the results, but I kind of feel like I can do better. And there's something about particularly like the delicate shading of there being light on the Bluebonnets. It's just something I want to pay attention to, but then I also don't want to get like too pedantic in doing it. So let's see how I can do this. Here's my John Ross Palmer pencil. You can see this thing has been abused. It needs to be sharpened, so I'm going to sharpen the pencil. And then I am going to start. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if I do better this time around, because I'm telling y'all this is an important commission and I want it to turn out perfectly. Okay, and I'm glad that some of my favorite people are watching, and I'm especially glad that Frank and Tommy are watching, because I know that Frank always likes blue. He always comments on different shades of blue, so I just thought that Bluebonnets would be a fun thing for them to see me do. Okay, I think this is already gonna be better than the last time. It's gonna be bigger, so I have chosen bigger paper for this, just because I think it's gonna maybe let me do some of the detail on the Bluebonnets, which might be really good. And again, it's gonna be kind of, I think the challenge here, which is a fun challenge, but still a challenge, the challenge is to have this, it can't be too precise, but it also can't be quite as loosey-goosey as the one I did last time, because the one I did last time, it didn't really truly feel like bluebonnets to me. So I know, Frank, you love the French blue, but yes, the French blue is a Texas blue. So I just thought that the blueness of this would appeal to you. It's funny. It's like now I think of you when I do something blue. Okay. I think this is better. And I used to have them, like I used to have bluebonnets in my little garden that I had built for myself in Beaumont. And one time my yard people, which were just the most wonderful yard people, I mean, they were just a dream. And actually Mr. Pollard, who owns that company, watched with us one day, which was really fun. I mean, they were just the sweetest people. But some of the people who worked for Mr. Pollard pulled up the bluebonnets by mistake when I had asked them to weed my flower beds. So they pulled up the bluebonnets and I was really upset, but I didn't say anything because I'm like, you know, obviously they didn't mean to do that. They didn't know those were the bluebonnets. So I just kind of let it go because they were so wonderful overall. And, you know, it was a small mistake. But guess what? So they pulled up my bluebonnets and the bluebonnets were gone. Guess who came back in the spring? The bluebonnets. So I just love these flowers so much because I really feel like they're fierce. I mean, they're beautiful and delicate, but I'm telling you, these little guys are sturdy. And I mean, you kind of have to be fierce and sturdy if you're gonna be a flower in Texas. I mean, it's like, it's hot here, you know? And then in the winter, it does sometimes get surprisingly cold. So I feel like these little guys, they can withstand anything. I mean, they were fine after being pulled up. They still managed to survive, and they were really spreading. I mean, they were spreading through my flower beds, and I loved it. And my flower beds were kind of wild. Like, it was like it was mostly stuff that would like draw butterflies and stuff, and it was kind of like mixed, and you know, it was fun in there. I even bought ladybugs off the internet, which is probably the most fun thing I did as a homeowner. Didn't really enjoy the homeowning experience overall, but buying ladybugs was kind of fun. I mean, you don't get to buy ladybugs every day. They were in a little container and they're all asleep, and you had to like, well, no, you had to put them in the fridge so they would fall asleep. And then for when they woke up, you had to have like raisins and water for them. And you had to make sure that you made your flower bed desirable for the ladybugs, because otherwise, like, you could get them and they would leave. So anyway, my ladybugs stayed. Which was nice. I mean, every now and then I would still find a ladybug on my roses. I am not blue, Frank. Especially right now, I'm not blue. I had such a fun time with that sale, the online sale yesterday. It was like, I mean, it was mega successful. It was really cool. And then I had something sweet today. So Mr. Jennings came by and he came to get his Christmas box. And my first impulse was to want to bring it to his car. But then I looked outside and I realized, I was like, it's not hot outside. It's actually nice outside. So he wanted to come in. And he came in with a mask on, and I was like, well, would you want to drink a cup of coffee if I make a cup of coffee and we sit outside? So we were able to sit outside and have a cup of coffee, and that was really good. It just felt really good to actually be able to safely visit. So I think the nicer weather is a game changer. Okay, I think these guys are kind of happening, but now I feel like, let me move the iPad. Let's see. I just want y'all to see them. It's okay. There's some around here too. Yeah, I think this is going to be a better painting than the other one. Y'all will see how it's going to play out. But I think this is going to... it's going to hopefully work. Okay, I want to do some of their leaves. Which is funny because they have leaves of a very particular shape. So for my bluebonnets, when they were coming back, I recognized them by their leaves, and I was like, oh my god, these are bluebonnet leaves. Like, the bluebonnets are coming back. They're not all dead. They were not all pulled up. So that was good. Okay, now let's do the blue and let's see what happens. So blue, blue, blue. Where is my favorite brush? If you were my favorite brush, where would you be? I would have thought that right here on the table, but I can find this one, which is thicker. Oh, I found it. Okay, it was a little bit, I think I had pushed it out of the way for something. So anyway, here's my favorite brush. So now let's see. Let's get some kind of bluish purplish kind of thing going. Totally doing this new thing, which I think I discussed that with Frank maybe, where I'm actually trying out my colors on the actual painting. Oh no, I think I was discussing it with Rosa. Rosa and I were talking about it. She was here the other night when we went to Sawyer Yards. She and Bob came into the gallery with their masks on, and they saw a painting. They actually bought a painting which had a little patch of colors where I had actually tried on my colors. So I'm now doing this directly on the edge of the paper, and the person can decide to cut it off or to keep it. So that's a fun new development. So this bluebonnet is more in focus. The other ones are going to be a little bit more diffuse. But I gotta kind of make the right shade of blue. I don't feel like these are the shades of blue that I need. I also have a few more watercolors that I haven't used in a while, so oops. Okay, y'all. Speaking of French blue, I can't believe that I even still have this. But this is a different kind of blue. So sometimes I buy the little water cakes like loose like this, and I don't think that y'all can see the color of this. But you'll see it when I put it on the paper. So I have this as an alternate blue, and then I have two more, well, actually 3 more little blues. So let's see what happens with these blues. And I'm looking at them because, speaking of French blue, most of my little cakes of watercolor are Winsor & Newton, but I do have some watercolor cakes that I bought from Charvin, which is a French paint company, and they're just amazing. And I actually bought these in Paris at the little Charvin store that's like right by the Seine. So let's see what the different blues are. Okay, I think I got it, y'all. This is a really cool blue. So this is gonna be a fun kind of study in blue. See the difference in this blue? This is different. So this is a blue that really works for it. Let me see what the other blues are that I have here. I mean, this is kind of pretty, but not the blue that I want. But it's kind of pretty. Let's see what this is. Ooh. This is not the blue I want. So I'm going to set it aside. And this is a cool one, though I think it might work in some places. So now I'm gonna actually mix the one that's like perfect. I'm gonna mix it with just a little bit of a reddish hue because some of this has like a hint, like a little hint of purple. So let's see. I'm gonna try to do some dark accents before I do the rest. Yes, so some of these accents are fun. It's not gonna stay like this. These are just accents. Now, let me do some of the bluebonnets that are in the background, and then I'm gonna come to this one, which is the one that's like stands out the most, and I'm gonna add its little accents. But these ones are just, they're kind of more diffuse, which is fun to do because it's more spontaneous. Now I'm gonna do the blue that I found that I liked. Is this my blue or is this my blue? It's this one. Okay, so make it more pure and also lighter. So these are the ones that are not in the foreground, so we don't see them quite as well. So they're more blurry. That's how they are in the picture, and it's fun. It's charming in its own way. Yes, there's a hint of purple on them, but not all of them have that hint of purple. So let's get back to the blue. I'm even gonna wash the brush. Okay, clean the brush. Aw, thank you, Frank. I knew you would like this one. I'm so happy you get to watch the Bluebonnets, because this is like, I mean, this is basically a study in blue. Okay, so now I get to do some of the rest of this, which is fainter, but not that faint. Yeah, I think this looks more like Bluebonnets than the thing I had before. Okay. So let me look at some of these guys and see what they need. Oh, thank you. What was the title? Was it was something about like a study in blue? Was that what I said? I'm like, sometimes I say something and I forget. I forget what I say. Yes. Okay. So a study in blue. I'm actually gonna write that on it. I think the collector would like that. The mystery collector, the new person. They do wish to remain anonymous. But VVIP, new mega friends, study of blue. Okay, I'm gonna write that on it. Actually, let me write it on it right now so I don't forget. Let's see. I'm gonna put it down here. And I love paintings where they have something written on them. I think that's... I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't want to do commissions on the show because I'm like, you know, it's already bought, but sometimes people want it, and in this case they're not watching with us, but they're gonna watch the video later. So yeah, definitely shout out to the new mega friends, but you know, how about my old mega friends, my initial mega friends? I can always make more Bluebonnets. I mean, it's not you know, it's never the same piece, but hi Tammy. Hello, hello, hello. Hi Tammy. So I want to say a special thank you to Tammy because not only is she a mega friend, and we all know that, but Tammy is one of the people who, as part of her mega friend purchase from the store yesterday, included a book, and that's fabulous because that helps towards my donation to the Houston SPCA. So I was really happy when I saw that. When I looked after the show and I looked at some of the orders I had gotten in the show, I was like, I mean during the show, I was like, that's so cool. Maybe you'll meet the mega. I am trying to get this new mega person to hang out with the other mega friends, which is not, you know, not necessarily quite possible right now immediately, but in time might happen, and also could happen online. So maybe you will see the study of blue in their home. Also, I should try to get the new mega friend to buy tickets to the Art Launch Gala. I think we should all try to get all our mega friends to buy tickets to the Art Launch Gala. I think there's like a whole bunch of us right now, like watching the show, talking to each other, and we're all like host committee. Um, I am so looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be so much fun. So the trick here is that some of the leaves are darker and some of the leaves are brighter, and you're really painting the leaves and some of the light, but you're also painting some of the darkness behind them. And let's see how to do this. So this is the part that didn't quite, I didn't like the way this turned out when I did the previous one, the study for this piece. And this time around, I'm like, I want to do it right. So there's a little bit of like darkness, not terribly dark, but a little darker. And I'm totally like, I'm using like all my watercolors. Like this is a different set. It's like I have like 3 sets of watercolors plus those loose little cakes in front of me. So I'm definitely using more of a color spectrum on this one than I normally use. And you know, that's a fun thing. It's funny. So like one time, like when I went to visit my dad, I didn't have everything I needed because I think I had been somewhere first. Like I had been to Paris or someplace and run out of some of my supplies. And my favorite store over there had closed, and I couldn't find the kind of paper I needed. Anyway, so my dad took me to this store, this big art supply store, and it was really cool. And they had a Winsor & Newton watercolor case with like about like hundreds of watercolor cakes. Like it just like, it was like, it looked like makeup. And I didn't buy it because I was, you know, I was traveling and I didn't want to bring that with me. And I still like, in general, I don't really feel like I need it because I kind of just mix and get the colors I want. But that was really something. So that's what this makes me think about today. It's like, this is why people buy those big watercolor cases, because then they want to do Bluebonnets or something and they want to have like all the blues. Maybe I'm gonna get that for myself once I finally find a place where I want to be. Like if I find my next, I'm looking for something in the Heights. So maybe once I am settled in some kind of new arrangement in the Heights, maybe that's when I'm gonna get like a giant watercolor cake thing with all the cakes. And then I'll leave it out so people can see how splotchy it is. Because you know me, the way I paint, it will get splotchy. I mean, look at this. It's how it is. Okay, I think this is already looking so much better than the study I did last time. So I'm very happy with the direction this is going. The study of blue is progressing very nicely. There's a little bit of darkness with it, and there's a little bit of transition to the darkness, and then this guy is kind of popping out of the darkness, which is really cool. Let me do the transition. Transitions are my favorite thing to do with watercolors. Okay, so there's a little bit of a transition, but really what we have up there that's fun is in the actual picture. After the darkness, we have some very fun and very light kind of green. So there's another transition, and it's just a smidgen, and then there's some blue. Hi, Rosa. Hello. I was telling them about how you got that piece that had like the little splotches of color on it, and that you like that, and that I decided to do that from now on. So I'm doing this piece, and of course, better late than never. John also said he's gonna join us late, and he is not here yet, and I still have quite a bit of work on this Bluebonnet watercolor. So yeah, this is doing the things I wanted to do. Okay, so maybe this is the spot for the other blue that I didn't use yet. This is doing the things that the other one, the study I did, was not quite doing. And now I'm happy. This is working. You corrected your spelling on a Facebook Live comment. You're so funny. That's so funny. That's cute. Very cute. Okay. So some later green here, but this is, yeah, this is definitely, I'm finally getting the thing that I was supposed to do with like the background and everything. So it's working, it's working. I feel like I need some even lighter yellow, and I know that I have lighter yellow someplace. So let me see. Yes. Because they're like little accents of light, and then they're like little accents of darkness. And that's what makes it kind of shine. So okay, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, just like my thing. It's kind of funny because now I feel like we're all Ruth Bader Ginsburg on social media. So I don't even know who is who. Aw, you don't have a lack of knowledge of English. It's just Facebook Live. Did you see the comments that John types when we're like, we don't even know what he's trying to say? Okay, working. It is working. Okay, so it's like we need a few patches of darkness and a few patches of light. Yeah, Rosa, you're too hard on yourself. And you have many talents, and you made such a beautiful website. That website for the gala, y'all, Rosa worked on that, and it's so beautiful. I was so excited when the website was live today. It's so lovely. Yeah, this is working out better than the previous one. So now we're getting, okay, a little bit of orange is not in the original picture that I am painting from, but I'm telling y'all that a little bit of orange can really work in here and make this really fun, because if it's a study in blue, it practically needs, it asks for a little bit of orange because orange and blue are complementary colors. So orange will always make the blue pop. And we want this to pop. So I'm just gonna take the liberty to insert some orange just for maximum fun and also for that, you know, that really special effect. So in the picture, again, when you look at the picture, it's like, it's very obvious that it's like a sunset and beautiful picture. Frank says he likes the white spaces. I love the white spaces, and that was what was kind of missing in the initial one, the negative space. The negative space is one of the coolest thing about watercolor. I mean, in watercolor, more than in other medium, you use negative space. And actually, I had never used negative space in other mediums before I met John and did the program. John uses negative space in some of his other paintings too. And it can be done, and it can be really fun with acrylic as well. But watercolor is kind of about the negative space. So you want to have that. You want to have that in there. And I remember when I started painting watercolor, like I didn't know to do that. So I was actually using white, and you do have white paint in watercolor. It's not meant to be used as white, it's just meant to be mixed with other things when you want to lighten some of the other shades. So anyway, it's kind of funny, when I started painting watercolor, I was totally not knowing what to do with the negative spaces. So this one definitely has negative spaces. I feel like maybe some of them are too much. I feel like maybe some of the negative spaces I should fill, like here. Like I feel like a little touch of blue over there could work. Oops. Yes, let's do just a touch of blue over here. Yes. But yeah, the negative space is very much alive in this one, and it is what we have. So I think maybe this is it. I feel like maybe I should not overdo it and kill the painting the way John says. Kind of feel like, what do y'all think? Do y'all think the collector would be happy? I'm gonna show you, do just a little more leaves and things, and then show y'all what it looks like. But I think it's fun. Thank you, Susan. I'm glad you like it. I hope they're gonna like it. It's funny, it's been a commission day today. So it's been like intense, working on 2 commissions that are important, this being one of them. So I think they're there, like you can see them, like you can, they you know, they pop out. So let me move this camera so y'all can see it better, and y'all can tell me what you think. The orange makes it pop. Thank you, Frank. The orange really makes it pop. I mean, orange and blue together is the Stuff of Magic. So I think I'm liking this. And now you can see the thing that I did on the side, which, you know, totally the collectors can cut off and just frame the other piece. But that's like my little palette is on the side. So that's kind of a new thing that I discussed with Rosa. She liked it when I did that for one of the pieces she bought. So I think it's sweet. I think it needs, you know, a little outlining, a little ink, but nothing too extreme. Though I might use this fun kind of blue. Let's see if using this is, I think that's fun. So I'm gonna do some of this really fun blue for some of the outlines, but not all of them. I think some of them are also gonna be normal blue. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Frank. I'm glad you love it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a meeting happen. I want a touch of gold. Where's my gold? Where's my gold? Oh, here. I had the gold because I put some on the Louisiana painting. So this is the touch of gold that I really wanted. These are the leaves that have a very distinctive shape. Yeah, so my favorite thing about this is the use of negative space. So I think that that turned out fun. I'm not gonna overdo it on the ink. I feel like some of it needs to be better defined, but some of it I need to just kind of let go. So thank you, Frank. Okay, so this is it. This is how it is, Study of Blue. And I am going to sign it, and then I'm gonna take pictures after the show. And okay, now it's signed. Study of Blue is signed and ready, and I'm gonna take pictures after the show and send them, and hopefully they will like it. So okay, my glasses are back on, so now I can flip this. And also thanks for watching. As always, really excited to see all of you. We didn't get John. He said he'll be a little late, but I mean, usually he gives me such a hard time for being a little bit late myself. Anyway, we can tease him about that the next time we see him, which hopefully will be soon. Thanks for watching the show, and I will see all of you tomorrow at 5:45. Bye, y'all.